The region of the leader group Oberschwaben is a diversified area, one where numerous traces of various historical eras can be found. The leader group Oberschwaben is located in southern Baden-Württemberg and spans over 3 districts. The connecting element is the Young Danube, which runs through all 3 administrative districts. 45 communities are participating in the leader program. Heinrich Güntner is the head of the group, and Emanuel Frank heads the office, located at the district office Sigmaringen.
Ja, zunächst einmal ist festzustellen, dass es eben ein sehr dünn besiedeltes, strukturschwaches Gebiet ist.
We first need to assert that this is a very sparsely populated and economically underdeveloped area, and that restructuring, particularly in agriculture, was an attempt in promoting a weak tourism.
Und nach vorne zu bringen.
In der Region gibt es viele kleine und mittelständische.
This region has many small and medium-sized companies in need of manpower, and that manpower can especially be sustained in a rural region if it also has appealing recreational options to offer.
Boosting the weak tourism will also improve the quality of life for the local population and motivate local agencies to collaborate. With this approach, the projects funded promise long-term impact. The 21 members of the group Oberschwaben represent various social institutions whose particular interests can be contributed to the group. During the 3 to 5 annual member meetings, project proposals are introduced, which can then be further developed using external help if necessary. The leader office coordinates this process and acts as a gateway between the group and administration.
Die Geschäftsstelle arbeitet die ganzen Projekte auf,
The office processes the projects and presents them to us. We then discuss them. The document is then returned to the office with my comments as to which items still need to be finalized. If a project is ready for a decision, it is returned to the group, who then makes the decision.
The grant application is always preceded by a consultation through the office, whose goal is to optimize the project in terms of the leader's strategy. Constructive dialogue is a prerequisite for successful cooperation.
Mit Sicherheit auch noch mal über eine Verbindung der Stockwerke nachdenken, vielleicht irgendwann.
The 4 largest museums in the region of the group Oberschwaben developed the museum competition Museums to School with the support of LEADER, a competition in which 450 students participated from all throughout Baden-Württemberg. The 4 museums illustrate the vast historical heritage found in Oberschwaben. The Federsee Museum harbors Neolithic treasures. The Heuneburg is a reconstructed Celtic construction. The Römer Museum is based on findings of a Roman settlement. And the Bach-Ritterburg exemplifies the local living conditions during medieval times.
The museums always had this image of mutual time travel.
Zusammen mit der LEADER-Aktionsgruppe.
This has been developed in cooperation with the LEADER Group and the 4 museums. Even implementation is taking place in close cooperation with the LEADER Group.
Durchgeführt worden.
Wir haben dann süddeutschlandweit Ausschreibungen.
We announced a school competition in southern Germany, here in the state of Baden-Württemberg and its neighbor, Bavaria. Many school classes registered and created suitable projects.
Also da haben wir die ganzen römischen Kaiser, die bei uns nicht alle waren, aber ein paar von denen.
Also bis heute hängen geblieben ist
So
natürlich
what is still left today, of course, is the positive response in schools. We are more recognized in schools than ever, and the large poster, of course, was an eye-catcher, which helped us greatly. But of course it doesn't mean we don't need to keep working. We will need to continue advertising with school groups, and that goes for all 4 museums.
werden müssen von allen 4 Museen.
The Danube calendar was created based on the Leader Group's initiative, which is the responsibility of the District Office Sigmaringen. On one hand, it serves as an online event calendar for the entire Leader region. On the other hand, it serves as an online information center in hotels and restaurants, where the information can be accessed free of charge. Linking the communities unifies the region and enhances its appeal.
We created an online AG and asked ourselves, how are we going to do this now? Well, we had to be linked. The Danube calendar has to be a network. It has to be available in various locations: gastronomy, tourism offices, public locations where many people will have access. Right now, it's working quite well. At our house, people are online checking where they can enjoy a play that night, where they can go hiking. It's all in the Danube calendar. It's really great.
Visitors, tourism, even the local population benefit from the Leader project. The Danube calendar was successful in creating a local information structure, which can easily be carried over to other regions. It's not easy for rural museums to keep their offerings appealing, considering the limited budgets. National cooperation of facilities with related subjects can help conquer such bottlenecks. Initiated and supported by the Leader Group Oberschwaben, the Federsee Museum and the Heuneburg were able to cooperate with international partners and develop mutual exhibits.
New research here at the Federsee and also across the Alps have shown the settlements which have been excavated in the moors here over the past 150 years had very strong contacts beyond the Alps into Italy. This flint is from South Tyrol. People brought it across the Alps to southern Germany way back then, which was our reason for selecting the Uzi Museum in the Schnauz Valley as our partner museum. Even back then we had a connection to across the Alps through traded goods.
Beim Thema Kelten, das wir ja als zweites Thema bearbeitet haben.
When it comes to Celts, we took on a very European subject, Celts along the Danube River. The Danube was the pivotal subject, and tracing it with our colleagues down the Danube, constantly picking out the highlights, was simply wonderful.
Rausholen zu können, das war einfach schon schön.
The cooperation with international partners significantly broadens the subject horizons for local museums. And working together makes projects feasible which never would have been an option working alone. By overcoming borders between communities, districts, regions and countries, Leader does more than just financially boost the rural regions.
Dort, wo Leader lief, hat sich die Regionalentwicklung spürbar.
In places where Leader was run, the regional development has significantly improved. People are decidedly concerned about their rural future. We have announced an idea competition for the next Leader period and have already received far more entries than areas and regions to choose from. I think even just this idea for a competition will result in a significant boost in the interest of regional development.
Im Interesse der Regionalentwicklung.
In Oberschwaben, this is last but not least made possible by the many volunteers who are stepping up to develop their rural area.